Hello. Good evening, one and all. Thank you for having me here. I think everyone is excited to know about the stock market, particularly how we are heading in the markets and when will Sensex hit 1 lakh. I would say why Sensex, Nifty will also hit 1 lakh. It's not a question of if, it's only a question of when. To start with, I'll give you a perspective on the something. In India, we have been having fancy for physical assets, real estate, gold, silver, and then of late in last couple of decades, we've seen the emergence of financial assets. Within the financial assets also, we've seen a skew towards the fixed income, particularly fixed deposits, because the penetration of banking industry through their branches and ease of investing in fixed deposit, proximity, simplicity of the instrument enabled financialization of savings through the saving account and through the fixed income products. Now I am introducing you one new term today. You would have heard about the financialization of savings. So we all know that in last 2 decades, we have witnessed from physical assets a progress to the financial assets. That's called financialization of savings. But today, what we are witnessing in India is actually equitization of savings. So more and more savings are now gravitating towards the equity as an asset class. My friend Bala, who's the CEO of Birla Mutual Fund, was talking about we have to go for 15 crore kind of a household penetration for SIP. I think if you look at India, out of 1.4 billion Indians, I think penetration of unique mutual fund is only just about 4 crores. There are folios which is about 16 crore folios, but unique investors in the mutual fund industry at large, and not in equity, it's all asset classes put together, is just about 4 crores. So a long way to go, actually go for a meaningful penetration when it comes to a simple vanilla product like mutual fund. We've also seen that there has been an increase in the significant increase and surge of demat accounts in the last 4-5 years, and from 2 crore demat account, now we are at close to 12 crore demat account. Though the many demat accounts are still inactive, at least people have opened the demat account with the intent to have exposure to the equity market. So still a long way to go for equitization of savings. But first of all, let's understand why people are gravitating towards the equity. What is that attracting people to the equity as an asset class? Something that where most of the Indians were averse, because we all know when you invest in equity market, you have to sink and swim with the market. It's unlike fixed income product where you get a stipulated interest rates and at a frequency that is decided monthly, quarterly, yearly, or on the maturity of the fixed deposit. In stock market, when you invest in equity as an asset class, whichever route you choose, whether it's a direct equity or mutual fund or PMS or AIF, you do not have guarantee of any returns. You have to sink and swim with the market. So why people are still gravitating towards the equity market? You need to understand that, then only you will understand where we are progressing and why Sensex will hit 1 lakh, why Nifty will hit 1 lakh. It's the overall enabling ecosystem. The ease of investing. Jandhan, Aadhaar, Mobility Trinity has made equitization of saving viable, possible. Earlier, very few people had an access to the information. Only institutional investors, selective HNIs who would know about the markets would have the information. With the advent of Jandhan, Aadhaar, Mobility, it's very easy to onboard a customer. It's very easy to open a demat and a trading account. I clearly remember a few years ago, we used to take almost 40 signatures from customers, and it was a tedious activity to open an account, and it was a cumbersome process. Hence, there were charges also involved in opening the demat account. Today, it's almost available free with almost all the players. In fact, people are incentivizing customers to join and the equity investments bandwagon. So it's the ecosystem that has changed. It's not just about the ecosystem, but also the aptitude of the investor, the risk-taking ability of the investors. All of us are familiar that India is a young country. Our median age is just about 28 years. So people are more aware, more familiar, and their risk appetite have also changed over a period of time. What has also transpired, the low returns in the fixed income products. Now, in last couple of years, interest have increased because of a high inflation. But if you look at earlier, people were getting low single digit kind of interest rates. Even senior citizens who were used to getting double digit kind of interest rates had to go for only single digit fixed deposit interest rates. So that has led to gravitation towards the equity and asset class, higher risk ability, higher possibility, and also familiarity with the market. With the advent of the social media, with the information dissemination happening through easier methods, I think Bala spoke about the mutual fund Sahi Hai and so many other campaigns that has been created to talk about the equity as an asset class and financial as an asset class, made the penetration viable, though we still have long way to go. So my take is that the enabling ecosystem is in place. The information is available at their fingertips, and also regulator have played a very critical role. If you look at it today, T+1 settlement is possible. This kind of a liquidity is not available in any product, the kind of liquidity that is available in the equity as an asset class. So which clearly means if you sell your stocks today, tomorrow you will have funds credited in your account. So this is not even viable in the mutual funds also. This is not even viable in the fixed instrument products also. So you will have to take a loan, you will have to do a premature withdrawal, pay penalties and so on. And insurance in any case is not an investment product, and even if people are investing in insurance, they are investing it for a fairly long term and not with the objective of having liquidity from insurance as an asset class. So the regulator has made equity instrument as a viable instrument because of the T+1 settlement, ease of onboarding, and also transparency in the ecosystem. Today where we are, hardly the intermediary are dealing with the either stocks or with the money of investors. It is safe ecosystem. The money is not routed through even the brokers, and not even the stocks are routed through the brokers. So which clearly means the enabling ecosystem is so robust, so strong, so transparent that it has given a lot of confidence to the investors to participate in this segment. I know there is no free lunch. As I said clearly, equity as an asset class is a highly volatile asset class. We'll have to see how the new investors deal with the volatility. I think the single largest challenge today we have in the equity market, that investors who have participated in the equity market, joined the bandwagon post-COVID, have not seen significant correction. In fact, we have had almost one way rally in the market, and markets have performed very well. So the extrapolation is that the markets will continue to do well. We will witness the volatility. It is the inherent nature of the stock market. That you have to deal with the volatility. And that's something we need to see, and that's something will be a litmus test for the Indians as an equity investors. We are seeing bouts of volatility already in this year, and we will continue to witness more volatility. As one of the speaker was saying, that it is not about the timing in the market, it is time in the market that is more important. More than that also, one has to go through a very robust, very well-calibrated process when it comes to investing into the equity market. There are over 4,000 companies that are available to invest, and there are more and more companies are going for the initial public offer and getting listed. There are companies that are listed in SME exchange as well. So the decision making here is far more complex, difficult, choices are huge, and it is not an easy job for an individual investor or even a group of investors to navigate this journey. It's a cumbersome process. It's very difficult to track the news, performance, and valuation of various entities. So it's a very difficult process. What my suggestion is that one should look at the companies with a high governance and companies where there are well-known promoters, and do the research before venturing into the equity as an asset class. While introducing me, it was mentioned that 9 out of 10 people are losing money in the equity market. It is not in the equity market, it is in the derivative space. So derivative has been used as a speculative activity. That is why people are losing money in derivatives. It's the greed that is transpiring into the participation into the derivative markets, whereas the whole essence of the derivative as a market is to do the hedging and not speculation. But unfortunately, some of the people who are new to the markets are using this as a speculative tools only, and that's where they are struggling. However, my take is that this is an initial euphoria in the market, and once the dust settles, once the new investors understands the nitty-gritties of the derivatives market, and they would start studying the market, they would start studying the patterns and trends, then they will realize that how to invest in this market, and then they would know their bets well, and that's when they will start using derivative instrument effectively also. So, sum and substance of what I was trying to articulate is that the enabling ecosystem, whether it's a regulation, whether it is the ease of investing or transparency, is in place for equitization of savings. My take is that we will see more and more participation coming in the equity market, and many more investors will join the bandwagon. They'll get better, they'll learn more about the markets. Players like HDFC Securities are doing a significant job on the investor education. We are ensuring that we leverage every possible method to connect with the customers, whether it's through digital media, whether it's through forum like this, or by having a various one-to-one to one-to-many meetings, webinars, to educate the customers how to invest into the equity and equity related products. A long way to go, a lot of work to be done by the whole ecosystem to get greater participation in the equity market. So my take is that instead of chasing when will Sensex reach 1 lakh or when will Nifty will reach 1 lakh, which will surely happen in the lifespan of all of us, hopefully, and definitely in few years from now only. So that's something one should look at it. And remember, it is the equity as an asset class that will, over a period of time, will help investors to beat the inflation. One of the previous speaker was talking about the healthcare inflation is the double of the normal inflation. So if you need real returns in long term, in mid to long term, the asset class that can outperform the inflation and give you a real return is equity as an asset class. And today, the ecosystem is well placed to take it to the next level. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Please stay.
So, ease of investing has enabled ecosystem and changed the game of making money. And we wish Nifty to reach 1 lakh ASAP, sir. Thank you very much. Very well said. मैं Money9 के कार्यकारी संपादक शुभम संगदर से ये आग्रह करूंगा कि वो मंच पर आएं और धीरज जी को सम्मानित करें. प्लीज एक बार जोरदार तालियां धीरज जी के लिए. 1 लाख निफ्टी इन्होंने कहा जल्दी होगा. थैंक यू सर.
थैंक यू सो मच. आई थिंक हम सब के लिए अब ये चाय का वक्त है, सो एक छोटा सा टी ब्रेक और मिलते हैं ब्रेक के बाद. सो प्लीज एंजॉय योर टी एंड लेट्स स्टार्ट द सेकंड राउंड आफ्टर द टी ब्रेक.
लेकिन कहीं मत जाइएगा. ब्रेक के बाद, टी ब्रेक के बाद एक कुछ और बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट सेशंस हैं जिनको आप मिस करना बिल्कुल नहीं चाहेंगे. तो आफ्टर टी ब्रेक मिलते हैं यहीं पे. थैंक यू.
यार 25 साल हो गए मैंने ट्रक चलाते हुए. इन कागजों पे भरोसा है, बंदे पे नहीं.
क्यों है खड़क सिंह जी?
क्या बताऊं पाजी, छोटे मालिक कह रहे हैं कि माइलेज नहीं आ रही. मैं ट्रक गलत चला रहा हूँ, ये रिपोर्ट बता रही.
इसमें तो लिखा है कि कई बार हार्श एक्सेलरेशन किया है और इंजन मोड ज्यादातर हैवी मोड पे चलाया गया है, तो डीजल तो ज्यादा जलेगा ही ना.
पाजी मैं ट्रक कैसे चला रहा हूँ ये रिपोर्ट में कैसे आएगा?